people joining us in the past, let's see, week or two using that MLK75 code, which is not active anymore. So that was for our February special. But I will be enabling a code for this webinar for people who want to join today. All right, so what I'm going to do so that we can get this party started. Okay. Oh, you're up. You got it already, girl? All right, let's try. Let's try it, girl. Guys, she's saying that she got it. She's saying that she got it. We might be able to hear a client testimonial today. Let's see. I'm really excited to hear her testimony. Let's see. Woo! Yes. How you doing, Miss Lady?
I am doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, you are beautiful. Oh my God. All right. Let's jump right in.
Okay.
Can you tell everyone a little bit about your experience with Professor Honey's credit and lending so far?
Absolutely. Everything is very self-explanatory. Professor Honey explains everything from start to finish. She's right there with you. She also has amazing staff that works with her as well. So if she's not available, she has them to kind of come on and help you out in her absence. So the program all around is absolutely amazing. You guys would be missing out if you don't join her class. It's amazing, really.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit about getting some of your items deleted. Were we able to get your report cleaned up?
Absolutely. When I came in, I'm kind of like in the same scenario with Professor Honey as far as how I got started. I had businesses, properties, married before, all of that good stuff. And just like you, Professor Honey, things started, things unfortunately crumbled down a little bit, but I was able to kind of get back on track with things. I was able to get back on track with my credit with you through your company. And yes, things were deleted. My credit score went from, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I started out with you with 575.
Okay.
And up to like the high 600s, close to 700. Absolutely, the program works.
Yay! Oh gosh, I love it when women come on here and share their testimonies. We really got to spread the words of our sisters so that we can be financial powerhouses ourselves without having to rely on a man, right? Now,
Correct.
It's great to have a man, right? But we don't have to rely on him.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
So thank you for sharing that. Now, that's on the personal credit side because you're doing big things, girl.
Yes.
You just went and enrolled in our business credit program too. So you've got some major business goals here.
Yes.
So how has it been interacting with one of our CPAs in that business credit program?
Amazing. So the CPA she's very personable. Am I allowed to say her name? Can I say her name?
Yeah, absolutely.
Has been with me literally from the start of the program, and she's right there with me side by side along with Professor Honey. They give great advice as far as how you should maneuver yourself when it comes to your LLC, how to set it up. I mean, from start to finish, it's an amazing program. And then you also have something in there where you can kind of get different things added on to help you kind of boost your business credit up a little bit faster and a little bit better. It's very self-explanatory. The website is literally user-friendly, and the staff is very nice, very knowledgeable, and very nice.
And Katara, just so you know, we're going to stay with you in the business credit program until you get at least $50,000 of funding or credit lines.
Awesome.
So you have our full team. Okay. Now we do go up to 10 million, girl, in funding.
Wow.
But you have us right by your side for minimal of that 50K. So you'll have me, you'll have Monica, you'll have the rest of the team right there. Now it is time for you and I to do a monthly check-in. So go ahead and set an appointment with me on my website just so we can check on some things. Okay. I do have some tricks of the trade that I want you to do with Dun & Bradstreet. So
Okay.
let's talk about that offline. Go ahead and make an appointment with me there.
Okay.
But then lastly, before you go, guys, I just wanted to let you know that Katara is having some of her family members come on and join us as well.
I am. Lots of people. I have people like there. Normally, people are always like, "Well, let me see." I'm kind of like the scapegoat of the family, so they're like, first. And I'm okay. I'm all for it. I did it first. It was very successful, and now they're coming on board left and right. They're coming on. So
I love it. It's a family affair, girl. It's a family affair. Well, thank you so much for joining us, beautiful queen.
Thank
yes,
you.
we will have to have you back again representing for our sisters. Okay. But in the meantime, thank you so much, and you have a great day.
Absolutely, you as well. Thank you, guys.
Bye. All right, guys. You heard it directly from the beautiful queen yourself. Thank you again. That is a boss right there. Miss Katara, thank you for joining us. Definitely very excited when we have clients who come on and can share their story as to how we've really been able to help them improve their credit situations. In Katara's case, she is in the position now to really grow and scale her business, right? So we've helped her with the personal credit, and we're going to continue to do that on that personal credit side for her. But now we've upped the ante a bit by even starting tackling her business credit. But listen, guys, now it is your turn. It's your turn, right? I want you guys to see those types of results that Miss Katara experienced, right? 100-point jumps, 120-point jumps, items deleted, things from your past that you just need to get out of there, get rid of, right? So that's what Professor Honey and my whole team is here to help you do. So I'm going to go ahead and put the comments back on. I'm going to make the screen small so that we can start populating our slides for this afternoon, okay? And then, of course, guys, I'm going to go ahead and enable a discount code for you, all right? So first, let's go ahead and get the comments back on so that I can put the here, guys. I know you missed me. I'm right here. Don't worry. I'm right here. All right. So I pinned down in the bottom what you're going to do so that you can get started today. And I've activated that code, okay? So the directions are there at the bottom. For those of you who are looking to experience results like Miss Katara, who just came to join us, you're going to go over to professorhoney.com. It is pinned at the bottom. And then you're going to click Improve My Personal Credit. And then as you're filling out the form there, input that code homeowner 68, okay? That's going to take $68 off of your enrollment today. Typically, guys, when I do these webinars, I do offer $49 off, okay? I did offer a special during Black History Month where you can get $75 off, but this is a very nice middle ground, right? Way more than $49 off, and it's not Black History Month anymore, so I'm not giving you that $75 off, but I'm meeting you right there in the middle and still giving you $68 off of your enrollment today. Guys, these are done for you credit services. That means we're going to do the work for you. All right, you don't have to mail out any letters. You don't have to lick any stamps. Y'all don't know what the heck you're doing. You wouldn't know where to start with that process. We're not like damn FES that makes you pay to do your own credit repair, but boy, do they have a hustle going. My gosh, I can't knock their hustle, but damn, y'all be paying to do your own credit repair. We're not going to do that, guys. These are done for you credit services. Okay, so again, head over to professorhoney.com, click Improve My Personal Credit. Go ahead and take advantage of that coupon code. The only thing is, guys, when this webinar is over, that I'm going to deactivate that code, okay? So it's only going, yes, you right, D-Rails, you right. D-Rails be coming through with the jokes, with the good jokes. Okay, Input that code homeowner68. You're going to get $68 off of your enrollment. So your total today is only going to come to $221. $221 to start getting your life, baby, and that is it. Okay, but let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about what it is that you're going to get in our program, and then I'll go ahead and pull those slides up. Okay, so in our program, you're already going to get those done for you credit services. All right, we've already talked about that, so you don't have to. Hold on, let's just get rid of a troll or two. You don't have to mail any letters on your own behalf. You don't have to lick any stamps. We're going to work on the derogatory items to help you get closer to a cleaner report. We're also going to advise you guys to use our resource tab. And listen, inside of our resource tab, guys, we have foundational primary user trade lines that are going to help you build credit while we're tackling those derogatory items. These are going to be the keys, okay? The key steps for you to get closer to purchasing your own home. As long as you follow the formula that we have laid out, between me, your personal account manager, and my whole Professor Honey's credit and lending team, as long as you follow the steps that we're giving you, you're going to put yourself in the position to transition very nicely into our home ownership division. Okay, yes, we have a home ownership division here. What does that mean? That means you come over to us with those 4 and 5 and low 600 credit scores. We help boost those scores up significantly, right? And then we team you up with a real estate division in our lending department so that we can get you into a home, all right? Now, I just heard someone write in the comments, somebody said, well, how long does this take? Guys, listen, let's talk about how long this typically takes, all right? Let's start there. When you have some of the big players in this space, right? We mentioned FES or Lexington Law. Did you guys know that they literally aim to keep you in their programs for 14 to 16 months on average? 14 to 16 months on average is that's how long they want to keep each of their clients. So let me tell you one of the dirty things that Lexington Law does. Lexington Law literally only disputes 1 or 2 of your derogatory items at a time, right? Move slow like a damn turtle so that they can really extend your membership with them. We don't do it that way, guys. We don't do it that way. We know that you want to get the quickest results as fast as possible. So listen, what we're going to do is we're going to cut that in less than half that time. Can you believe that? Most of our clients are able to see those optimal results within that 4 to 6 month time frame. But then get this, guys, we don't have any contracts. We don't have any hidden fees, nothing like that. You literally control your own subscription directly in the back office. So you only stay with us as long as you need us. That's it. There's nothing to it. We're literally just here to help you. Okay, so you're going to head over to professorhoney.com. Click on that first option. It's pinned at the bottom, guys. Click on that first option, which is improve my personal credit. And then input today's code, which I have activated, which is homeowner68, guys, okay? That's going to take $68 off of your enrollment, making your enrollment, I think today, only $221. And then it's $99 a month thereafter for the duration of time that you're with us. So you're only going to pay your $221 today. That's going to assign you your personal account managers, assign you a portal. We're going to do your analysis of all of your credit reports. We're going to prepare your first round of letters. You're going to get access to your debt elimination software, your budgeting tool, your credit score simulator, the primary user trade lines. All of that's included in your 221, okay? And then 30 days from today, you start getting charged that $99, and you will be paying that for the duration of time that you're with us. Guys, please be prepared to be with us for 4 to 6 months on average to really get those optimal results, give or take, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start populating our slides. I will be taking questions at the end, and I will not be opening that question tab at the bottom. I will not be opening that question tab at the bottom because there's too many questions there. So at the end, you're going to ask your questions directly in the comments. Yes, if you have a home and you still want to fix your credit, of course, because what we want to help you do is expand your real estate portfolio, right? We want to help you get multiple homes. You want to purchase land. You want to get those duplexes, right? And fourplexes, and even some damn apartment buildings, or get yourself a construction loan to build some complexes yourself so that you become the landlord. I don't want you to limit yourself just because you already are in your home. Hell no. We still got a lot of work to do. We still have a lot of work to do. Okay, guys. Looks like you guys are really coming through with the good questions, but I want to hold off on these until the end. I'm having trouble adding my account. Pac-Man, are you a current client? If so, send me a DM so that I can help you. All right, guys. I'm coming, guys. Thank you for your patience. I'm coming. All right, here we go. Once we make the screen small, guys, then that's going to allow a lot of these trolls that are in here to leave, which will be helpful because that will give you and I a chance to really talk. Since I went on and on in the beginning, I'm going to speed through this first part as quickly as I can. I'm just going to take just a few moments to tell you a little bit about myself so that we can really get into how we can help you in your credit situation. But I definitely do want to give you some background as to who the heck I am, right? So that you know who you're going to be working with. Okay. So here we go, guys. My name is Narissa, aka Professor Honey. Yes, I am your sexy sensei, baby. And welcome to my Lunch Money with Honey. All right, guys. Listen, I've got tons of degrees, all types of certifications and awards and things like that. I'm actually a member of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. I'm a graduate from Spelman College here in Atlanta. I also have an MED degree from one of the best educational programs here in the U.S. I graduated from that with a 3.98 GPA. You can find my story all types of places, right? God knows what you're going to see when you start looking around to find my story. But listen, right now I want to help you tell your story, right? I want to help you be a pioneer. I want to help you get out of that monotonous ass job where you just feel like you're running in place, right? I want to help you become that entrepreneur and grow that vision that you have inside of your head. And these are all things that I've done myself. I started off as a school teacher. I actually took out $250,000 just in student loans, guys, $250,000. And then as soon as I start teaching, the school system laid me off. So it was at that moment that I realized that I never wanted to be dependent on a paycheck ever again. Oh, no, that was not for me. So I put together a little plan of what I actually did want to do, right? Now, I did not have any money at the time. As a matter of fact, when I'm sitting here right here next to that vision board in the front, I had $50 in my account. But your girl was faking it until she make it, right? That's what I was doing back then. I remember I had on my fancy shoes. My fancy shoes from back then were from Steve Madden. Boy, your girl was killing it. I went into this multi-million-dollar meeting knowing that I was going to come up with a deal. I believed in myself. And guys, I did. I did. I convinced this entire team of people to give me, a brand new entrepreneur, a chance, right? So they did. Right on Canal Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, I built a restaurant from the ground up. This was the space when I got it. I remember feeling so overwhelmed at the time. I was like, I know nothing about building out a restaurant. I've just spent my last 4 or 5 years in all these fancy ass colleges to learn about DRA and step assessments and things like that, right? And look what happened. Don't worry about the trolls. Just let them do their thing. Try to ignore the trolls, guys. But that's what life does to us sometimes, right? It just turns our life in a completely different direction. That's how it happens. That's what happened to me, and that has likely happened to you already and will continue to happen, because that is what life is. It's full of ups and downs, and it is an adventure, right, to say the least. So anyway, getting back to my story, my task was to transform this space into a restaurant. And I'm talking about your girl had to do everything from sheetrock to plumbing to electrical to digging inside of that slab there, which, by the way, is a tension cable slab, to put a grease trap down in there, right? So guys, this was the before. This was me at that midway point. Look at your cute little sexy sensei, right? And one of my first entrepreneurial ventures, sitting there looking all cute and stuff. Guys, again, this was the before, this was the after. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. Before, I'll show you one more time. After. Ooh, boy, the power of the mind. Honeyloaf was the name of this restaurant. Y'all thought Honeyloaf came from all of this back here, didn't you? Nope, that's not where it came from. Honeyloaf actually came from my very first entrepreneurial venture. Again, a restaurant on Canal Street in New Orleans. And listen, guys, we had lines out the door damn near every day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, people coming here for all my honey loaf? This just lived in my head at one point. It was amazing, the power of manifestation. Okay, so now people are like, what the heck happened to this restaurant? You're bragging on it. What happened to it? Well, now that I look back on it in retrospect, I wish I would have known then what I know now about the power of business credit, right? I wish I would have known now what Qatar is doing. Right? I mean, I wish I would have known then what Qatar is doing now with her business. And she's growing and scaling her business on the back of her business credit. If I would have known that back then, guys, then there would be honey loaves all over the country. Literally, there'd be honey loaves all over the country. But you live and you learn. I actually sold the restaurant for not as much as I could have. But, you know, you live and you learn. And I took the money and I started working on my next entrepreneurial venture, was to transform this space into a bed and breakfast hotel, right? So now I'm taking on another complete build out, right? Again, we've got to tackle electrical and plumbing. I mean, wow. Now your girl's building a hotel. I remember this day. I was so excited. Our electrical was working. We had the people bringing in the showers and the bathtubs into the bathrooms. Like, I felt like a boss. Okay? Guys, again, this is the before. This is the after. We had people come to stay from all over the world. I was really, really getting this business going. Now, here are some of the mistakes that I made, though. I used all of my money to do this build out. All of the money that I made from selling the restaurant, I took every dime. Oh God, what a mistake. And I put it into this build out. I didn't leverage what's called OPM, other people's money. I didn't leverage my credit, and I didn't leverage OPM. And a lot of you make these same mistakes in the world of business. You don't leverage OPM, other people's money. You don't leverage your credit. You go and you save, you get these lump sums of money, and you dump it all into an entrepreneurial venture. Don't you ever do that again. Okay? Don't you ever do that again. There's another way of doing this, a smarter way. But let's get back to my story. So listen, after I had no money left because I put it all into the build out, Business is going good. We're starting to get things going. We've got people staying from all over the world, but then a flood happened. We had a flood come, completely tore my life inside out. It took 3 minutes, literally just 3 minutes to tear my world inside out. I'm talking about my car went underwater, my house went underwater, and my business. 3 minutes is all it took. And I didn't have my flood. I had flood insurance, but I let it lapse. So by the time that the water receded, I went to assess the damages. I had all kinds of mold in there, red mold, green mold, black mold. It was so much that it made my head spin, right? So I had to really, evaluate what were going to be my next steps, because I didn't have any cash to put that back together. Hell no. And I don't even have any place to sleep right now, which was my main priority at the time. So hold on one second, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, MaxStorm94. The restaurant was called Honeyloaf. We talked about that, baby. What was really interesting at that time, guys, is when I look back at how I was leveraging my brand on social media at the time. So yes, I was a full-time entrepreneur, right? I owned restaurants, owned bed and breakfast hotels, but can you believe that I didn't share any of this with the world of social media? Can you believe it? I didn't think it was cool. This is the stuff that I shared with social media. This is what social media knew me as the, pretty girl with the big honey loaf, right? These are the things that I decided to share at that time. And I'm talking about, I'm shooting with the best photographers all over the country. I'm in music videos. I'm all over everybody's pages with all these modeling photos. Your girl was doing her thing as an Instagram model. I ain't lying. But listen, sure, I was popular. Sure, I was getting hundreds of thousands of likes, but none of that was equating to dollars, right? It didn't equate to dollars. So did none of this save me when my whole life was underwater? None of this saved me, right? And this is one of the reasons why I don't do it for likes now. F them likes. F them likes. I do it for the people, okay? The things that I share come from my heart. I don't give a damn if y'all like it or not, because I know that I'm helping people. I'm actually fulfilling a purpose. I'm fulfilling a purpose, right? But look, I had to lose everything to get there. I had to lose everything to even learn that, because I was an entrepreneur, right? When I was taking all these photos, I was an entrepreneur then. But I didn't think it was cool enough to share. I wanted to just blend in with all the other millions of models who didn't have a brain. Ain't that cold? But look, you live and you learn. So this is where my story gets spicy, right? So I'm doing all this modeling. My life's underwater. Now it's time for me to come up with a plan. I got to come up with a plan. Oh. So I said, what is it that I want the world to actually see me as, right? I get it. I'm sexy. I love being sexy, but I'm so much more than that, right? What is it that I'm going to do to change my life at this point? Because this didn't get it. I still ended up on my friend's couch, literally. I mean, I'm talking about big on social media, hundreds of thousands of followers, tons and tons of likes, and broke AF on my friend's couch. Real story. So it was at that time that I had to evaluate, what is it that you're sharing with the world and where do you want to go from here? So I said, well, what are you going to do, Narissa, to get back on top and to do it the quickest way possible? That's the conversation that I have with myself while sleeping on my friend's couch. And I decided that it was going to be through my credit. I was like, credit, that's going to be the way. But damn, my credit is kind of effed. My credit at the time was actually in the low 500s, but this was all I could find at the time. screenshot from that time, but my credit score was in the low 500s. So I don't know what the hell I was thinking I was going to buy with that. And I was going to stay on my friend's couch with a damn 500, right? So I had a girlfriend who had been working on her credit, but I didn't even believe in credit repair. Honestly, she was like, you should try it. It's going to work. Try credit repair. And I remember being so insulted with her by even making that suggestion to me. I'm like, girl, you see I'm already sleeping on the couch. How the hell are you going to tell me to put some money up for some damn credit repair? It sounds like a scam. It sounds like a scam. How the hell are you going to sit up here and tell me that you can remove my negative items, things that actually belong to me? These are my items. These are my student loans. These are my properties that I had to short sell. These are my personal loans that I defaulted on. Mine, mine, mine. Where the hell are you going to put my stuff? And she was like, look, that's not how it works. You just got to trust me on this. My score has already gone up 100 points, and I think that this is going to work for you. Whew. So I decided to walk on faith, guys. I was like, let me trust this girl. Oh, my God. I hope she ain't scamming me. But I needed to try something because I'm on a couch, right? All right, so this is when I knew it was working for me. I was like, oh my God, do you know how many people need this? Oh my God. I got an email that said, girl, you got 89 items removed. Look at that. 89 items deleted, 12 negatives left to go. Success, 89 items deleted. 12 negatives left to go, right? When I got this, I literally was like, oh my God. Do you know how many people, especially my people, need this? Because I know they don't believe that this is going to work, right? I need to share this information with them. But first, I need this to be a testimony for myself, get my own stuff together, right? Look at some of the things that I got off. I got off a $52,000 personal loan. Look at number 1. Look at number 5. I got off an $80,000 student loan. Guys, I ended up removing about $250,000 in student loans alone. Okay, I ended up removing over $500,000 in derogatory items. And listen to this part. Never did I, for one moment, consider bankruptcy. Hell to the no. Okay, and I had upwards of $500,000 of derogatory items. I'm telling you that because I don't want you to consider bankruptcy either. I know that you had some mistakes from the past. You just want a clean slate, but that is not the way to do it. I don't want you wearing that scarlet B for bankruptcy, that scarlet letter B for bankruptcy for 7 to 10 years. We have a more affordable and quicker way to help you. All right, guys, so this is when I started putting my score to work, okay? I got my score up to almost an 800, and your girl got busy. I got up off of that couch. I came and got myself a house in Georgia. This is where I am right now. Can you see? Oh, I'm so grateful. This is literally my next stop directly from the couch. I went from the couch to right here, right? Now, this is not my final stop, but this is what I'm extremely grateful for. I ain't lying. It's a 6-bedroom house in here. There's 3 levels. Beautiful home. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. I was able to do all of this off of the back of my credit and credit repair. And I can be honest and tell you that I didn't even believe it was going to work. I did not even believe it was going to work. So it did not stop there. The next thing that I did, because I didn't have a lot of money coming in, the next thing that I did was I went and got some units in downtown Atlanta so that I can start getting some residual coming in. Those are the units on the right, on the picture, okay? And then I went and bought a franchise with Professor Honey's Credit and Lending so that I can get some more money coming in, all right? And it didn't stop there. I went and started teaching at a local college here so that I can get some more money coming in. I had money coming in from different directions so that I can start getting back on top, okay? And then I was using that. I started dabbling in real estate here so I can get some more money in. I'm talking about all of this. I was on a couch 9 months before. Ain't that cold? All right, so now let's talk about what we can do for you. what we can do for you, okay? You guys heard Katara's testimony at the beginning. You heard my testimony. There's tons of testimonies on my main page. You can also read our reviews on Google, ProfessorHoney.com, on Facebook. We are out here changing lives, okay? Let that sink in. We are out here changing lives. We're getting people out of apartment complexes. We're getting people into cars that don't have predatory interest rates. Something nice. Nice cars, not putt-putts. We're helping mothers and fathers get access to funding to put their children in the schools that they want, to live in the area codes that they want. We're helping fund entrepreneurs. You listening to this? But you have to do your part. You have to do your part. Okay? And that means that you're going to have to take a chance. You're going to have to take a chance and invest in yourself. Okay? So, what you're going to do is you're going to go to ProfessorHoney.com. It is pinned. That's right. For the kids. That's right. You're going to go to ProfessorHoney.com. It's pinned at the bottom, guys. Okay? And then you're going to click Improve My Personal Credit. And then as you're filling out the form, input the code, which is homeowner68. Okay? That's going to take $68 off of that $289, only making your enrollment $221 today. All right? We're going to set up your back office, assign you a personal account manager, do an analysis of all 3 of your credit reports, prepare your first round of dispute letters with that, give you access to your debt elimination software, your budgeting tool, your credit score simulator. You're even going to get access to our an aggregation of the best trade lines in the game under the resource tab. You can track everything inside of the back office. All of that comes with your 221. Okay? And then 30 days from today, you start being charged $99, and it's $99 for the duration of time that you're with us. Guys, please keep in mind that there are no contracts. There are no hidden fees. You literally just stay with us as long as you need us. In fact, you control your own subscription directly in your back office. So when you enroll today on your portal, you'll see all of your information inside of your portal, and you'll see a little button that says cancel subscription. So once you get the scores that you came for, then you just simply hit cancel subscription. And that's it. That's how easy it is. We're not here to hit you over the head. We're here to help you. All right, so you're going to go to ProfessorHoney.com, click Improve My Personal Credit. It is the first option. And then input that code, which today is homeowner68. Guys, I'm taking $68 off of your enrollment today. $68 off of your enrollment. That's making it only $221. Only $221 today. And then it's $99 a month thereafter. So you pay your $221 today, and then 30 days from today, you start being charged $99, and then $99 for the duration of time that you're with us. Guys, please be prepared to stay with us for 4 to 6 months to really get those optimal results. But listen, it is not uncommon to start seeing results in as little as 30 days. That actually happens a lot. We had a guy, he called the office, and guys, he was crying, right? And so Jennifer answers, and she's like, Professor Honey, one of your clients is crying on the phone. So I'm worried, right? I'm worried. So I'm like, hello? I pick up the phone. I'm like, hello? And he's like, Professor Honey, my score. I'm like, what? What about it? He basically tells me that his score went up over 100 points, and he had not even been with us for 30 days yet. Yes, we're over here making grown men cry. All the time, real tears of joy. And then once you follow our steps, guys, then you're going to be in the position to really change your financial situation, but not just for yourself. You're going to be able to change your situation for the people who are depending on you, okay? Because this extends just past yourself, right? This extends to your children. This extends to the women who are relying on you. This extends to the family members who are relying on you. This 221 in investment is one that everyone can benefit from because you are taking the initiative to be the first one in your family to go ahead and step up to build a generational legacy and prepare that for the future of your family. So you're going to head over to professorhoney.com, click improve my personal credit. Go ahead and screenshot this, guys, and input that code homeowner68. Now, keep in mind, though, that when this webinar is over, then I disable that code. I deactivate that code. That's the only thing. All right? So you're going to want to take action while we are here on this webinar, okay? So what you're going to get, guys, you're going to get the Done For You credit services to get your credit on track, okay? So that you can get closer to those 700 and 800 scores that you deserve. You get our debt elimination software. You get our budgeting tool. You get our credit score simulator. Guys, we're going to send out unlimited dispute letters on your behalf. We're not like a Lexington law that's only going to dispute 1 or 2 of your items per month. Move slow like a turtle. No, hell no, okay? You get Professor Honey's Wealth Strategy Workbook. Yes, we even have attorneys over here that you can consult with for free. You get access to our primary user trade lines inside of your back office. We'll even customize non-dispute letters on your behalf. You can talk about that with your personal account manager. She'll come up with the solutions for how those letters can be sent out to help your situation. And of course, you get access to our business building and our business lending opportunities as well. I'm an integral part of this process for my clients, okay? If you ever need me to help you, then all you have to do is reach out. All you have to do is reach out because I really care about you reaching those financial goals, all right? And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and give you that special offer. That offer today is at $68 off, and it's pinned right at the bottom, okay? Now, people ask me this all the time. Why do I need credit? Can't I just use cash? And the answer is no. First of all, cash is a depreciating object. It fluctuates constantly. And right now, the Federal Reserve is printing out so much damn cash that it's really going to lose its value. They're doing that to stimulate our economy, right? But let me tell you something about credit. When you invest in credit, that puts your cash or your money in the position to essentially double. If you have $1, then you really have $2. Sometimes even 3 or 4, depending on how you leverage it. Cash is not an opportunity, won't give you an opportunity to grow. Congratulations, Mr. Rogers 05. We're happy to have you. If you haven't set up an appointment with me already on my website, please do that and make sure that you also set up an appointment to speak to your personal account manager. All right. Cash does not give you the opportunity, guys, to really grow and scale. There's only so much you can do with cash. It's very hard to go into the neighborhoods that you grew up in, transform those neighborhoods by putting schools in those neighborhoods, hospitals in those neighborhoods, businesses in those neighborhoods with cash. But you can do that with credit. You and you alone, just you, have the power to go into those neighborhoods that you grew up in and completely change what they look like. What power, what power. Cash is not going to give you that. Now listen, I know that our families told us if you ain't got the cash to get it, then you better not buy it, right? They didn't know any better. That's what they told us because they had poor mentalities. They weren't really taught financial literacy, and they thought that they were teaching us something for our own good, but really that they were just setting us up to be poor. Because credit in America is the way for you to really level up. Not all countries have that type of system in place. But here in the U.S., your Social Security number has power, and you can leverage OPM, but you ain't going to get access to that damn OPM, that other people's money, with no 400, 500 credit score. That's not how this works. Listen, guys, let's take a look at some numbers. All right, we're going to go over a few of these slides. In the meantime, I want those who are ready to get started to go over to professorhoney.com and click improve my personal credit, okay? Once you start filling out the form, I want you to input that code, which is homeowner68. That's going to take $68 off of your enrollment. You're just going to have to pay $221 today to get started. What a deal. What a deal, okay? But while you guys are enrolling, let me go ahead and give you some statistical facts here, okay? Because men and women lie, but look, numbers do not lie. This is a statistic that came out from 2018, but it's still applicable today, okay? White Americans are worth $200,000. Congratulations, Y_G_Swab3. Make sure that you read your entire welcome letter, okay? I want you to read your entire welcome letter. And then make sure that after you fill out your login credentials, you schedule an appointment to speak to me directly, okay? Oh, guys, and I just want to let you know that I love y'all so much that I came on today's webinar feeling like SHIT, okay? I just want you to know that I do not feel good today. But I am pushing through this thing. I am pushing through this thing. Lord knows I'm pushing through this thing. That's how much I love y'all. All right, but let's go ahead and get back to these numbers. White American net worth is 200,000. Latin American net worth in America is 20,000, but the Black American net worth is only at 1,700. Now, I'm not telling you that because I want you to beat yourself up, you know, and to look down upon your people. That's not why I'm sharing that statistic with you. I'm sharing that statistic with you so that you can understand what we're up against and what things need to change, okay? How did the net worth get to be this way? How did it get to be this way? Because a lot of you think that you have a money problem and you just don't know where to put your money. Well, that is part of it. But that's not the main problem. The main problem is the fact that you are the result of a lack of legacy that's been passed down to you. What do I mean by that? Ain't nobody left you or gave you shit. Excuse my French. When many of your family members passed away, or when many of them go on to heaven in the future, they haven't left you nothing, and they ain't gonna leave you nothing. You might get a funeral bill. That's what you might get left with, a funeral bill. But listen, this is the one thing that is crippling the Black and brown people of this country. We don't have no assets. A lot of white families are constantly giving their children homes completely paid off because they've been paying on them for 30 years. So when they pass over, their children have assets in neighborhoods that've got good schools, got good hospitals. Now, please believe that this is not even all our fault. You guys go get Ralph Stein's Color of Law, because definitely we've been targeted to make sure that we stay out of neighborhoods so that we don't purchase property. But F that. We ain't doing that no more. Because look, it's not your fault. I get it. But right now it is your responsibility. It's not your fault that it's like that, but it is your responsibility to do something about this, especially because I have now taken mental real estate up inside of your head. Now that I've taken mental real estate up inside of your mind, I hope I stay there. I hope I stay there. Hold on, guys. Did you miss me? I'm right back. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Cookie. I'm right back, Cookie. I know you missed me, baby. Because essentially at this point, now that you have the information, it's your responsibility to do something about this, to change this for yourself and to change this for your children, right? So look at this statistic, guys. Isn't this a shocking one? Listen, according to the 1910 census, Blacks owned 20 million acres of land in the South. This was over 100 years ago. We owned over 20 million acres of land just in the South. By the time the 70s rolled around, we owned less than 15 million. But look, just since the 70s, guys, Blacks own less than 1% of the land in the South. Ted Turner. Come on, Lola B. Come here, puppy. Come on, girl. My puppy has a paw infection that she's been recovering from. So when I hear her walking around, I get proud of her. That means she's getting better. Come on, girl. But anyway, Ted Turner, who is the owner of CNN, the founder of CNN, he alone owns more land in the South than all of the Blacks combined. And I'm talking about every Black billionaire that you can think of. Oprah, who else? Jay-Z, Tyler Perry. Ted Turner owns more than all of them combined. That's how much of a crisis that we're in. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why we're in this crisis. Because we're chilling in these apartment complexes. We're chilling in apartments, period. We are victims of our landlords, and we don't even know it. We think that this is okay. Many people think that slaves worked for nothing. That's not true. That's not true. Slaves worked for just enough. Slaves worked for just enough to get by. And that's what many of you are doing right now. You are working for just enough just to get by. And one of your main problems is living in these apartments. Now, I don't care if it's an apartment complex or if it's a house that you're renting and you're still paying a landlord. If it's not yours, we have a problem. Take a look at this story. I like to tell this story. We had a client. Well, he wasn't a client at first, but he called me one day and he was woo, these comments. Boy, I've been trying not to let y'all distract me, but sometimes it is hard. Come on, Nola, you got it, girl. Yeah. You doing good, girl. Yay. Come on. 2 more. Good job. Good job, puppy. You did it. She came all the way down from the 3rd floor with her bad paws. All right, guys. So where were we? What were we talking about? Oh, the client. So he called, and somebody has to be the tenant. That's right, Profound One, but you can be the landlord. Somebody got to be the tenants, but it ain't got to be my damn people. I'm tired of us getting a short end of the stick. Can't it be somebody else's turn for a second? Lord. Anyway, so he calls me and he's like, Professor Honey, please enroll me. I have to get out of this apartment complex. I got to get out of here. So I'm like, okay, no problem. What's going on? Tell me what's going on. And he's like, the people upstairs, they're loud. I can't get sleep. The people in they won't come and fix my appliances in the kitchen. I've seen rats out by the trash. This is what he's telling me. They've been breaking into cars downstairs, right? I got to get out of this apartment complex. And so I'm about to help him. I'm going to enroll him, but I'm just asking him a few questions. So I'm like, okay, well, how much are you paying? to live here. I'm thinking your boy is getting ready to say something like $300-400. Like literally, from how he was describing this hell, I'm thinking he's getting ready to say $300-400 is what he's paying to live here. He tells me that he is spending $1,200 a month. I'm like, you're paying $1,200 a month to live in hell? What? And so then I'm like, well, how long have you lived here? He said 5 years. So that's when I did some math for him. I said, dude, do you know that you have given away $72,000 that you will never see again? $72,000. Because a lot of y'all sit up here and think that you don't have money for a house. You don't have money to fix your credit. But many of y'all are paying rent, right? Go ahead and calculate how much you've been spending through the years. Oh, you had the money, my friend. You just mismanaged your money. Why did you do that? Because you have a poor mentality. Well, what's a poor mentality? It's when you pass over opportunities repeatedly. Because in this case, your boy had opportunities to get out of this apartment complex. As a matter of fact, he had 72,000 opportunities to get out of this apartment complex, but he passed over them. He just kept passing over them, chilling in his apartment like he's a boss. He ain't nobody's boss. He got a damn landlord, and you ain't one either. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. But anyway, back to our story. We put him in a house here in Georgia, in Tacoma, right? We got his score up. We transitioned him into our home ownership division. This is a picture of his actual home, guys. Look, his mortgage is less than his rent. His mortgage is less than his rent. But look, now every time when he pays, he's paying toward his own investment. Every time he lays his head on the pillow, guys, he's making money. Why? Because his house is inflating. What? My house is inflating? Yes. It's appreciating, aka gaining equity. Don't you want to feel like that? Don't you want to pull up to something that's your own? This is where it starts. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. Today is the day where you stop passing over opportunities repeatedly, falling into that trap that your parents and your grandparents and your families gave to you. Today is the day where you're like, you know what? Shit. I'm going to actually go ahead and do something about it. Head over to ProfessorHoney.com. Click Improve My Personal Credit. Input that code HOMEOWNER68. Watch. See what's going to happen with your life. Right? Go ahead and screenshot that. When this webinar is over, guys, then this offer is over. What does our program come with? These are done for you credit services. That means we're going to do the work for you. Okay? You're also going to get access to our debt elimination software, our budgeting tool, our credit score simulator. We're going to send out unlimited dispute letters on your behalf, guys. We're going to work so aggressively for you, as we've done for literally hundreds of thousands. Well, not hundreds of thousands. We've had 50,000 clients at this point. Somewhere between 50,000 and 55,000 at this point. But we're going to employ the same strategy that we've used on them for you, okay? Yes, you'll have a personal account manager. Yes, you'll have access to our trade lines. Why do you need trade lines? Okay? Because you need to build credit. A lot of times people think that having high credit scores comes from just making your payments on time for bills and things. That's not where your credit score is mostly generated from. Most of your credit score comes from unsecured lines of credit in a healthy credit mix. A lot of y'all sitting here watching me don't even have any. You have no credit cards. And if you do, you probably got one for $500, and that's it. How are you going to be a boss? How are you going to get a house? How are you going to grow a real estate portfolio with one $500 credit card? Most of your score on your credit reports comes from your credit mix. Your credit mix comes from your credit cards. So we're going to help you get some that are guaranteed approval, some even up to $5,000, so that you're not just out here in these streets applying for stuff and you don't even know if you damn near going to get approved or not, okay? So we're going to help you with that as well. This is the reality, guys. When you become an adult, your GPA is replaced by your credit score, period, right? So I want you to reflect back to when you were in high school. Nobody wanted an F on anything, right? None of us wanted Fs. Well, my question is, why the hell are you sitting around in real life walking around with an F? You ain't protected by no walls of a school. You are out here in these coronavirus-filled streets with an economic recession looming. Everything is just nutballs. And you walking around here with an F in life? Are you a failure? Are you a flunky? Because I have a feeling you're not. But what's crazy is many of you have others relying on you. That's what's crazy about all of this. You have people who are relying on you. You have your children who are relying on you. You have your wives and your women who are relying on you. Many of you are taking care of family members, especially now because of COVID. They are relying on you. How are you going to provide them a strong foundation? How are you going to lead them properly on the back of your F? How dare you? Especially when you have the opportunity to do something about it. You need to head over to ProfessorHoney.com. It is pinned at the bottom. Click that first option, which is improve my personal credit, and input that code, which is homeowner68. All right, that's going to go ahead and take $68 off of your enrollment today. Let's take a look at some results. Screenshot this one. I like this one. This is my favorite one to show. This is Miss Kent. Miss Kent came, older lady up in Philadelphia. She came to us with an Equifax score of a 4. I did not say 400. I said 4. We literally upped her score 627 points and over 100 points with TransUnion and Experian as well. We're getting ready to help relocate Miss Kent here to Georgia so that we can put her in a home that's going to have the handicap rails in the front and in the back for her to be able to get into her home. We're doing so much for Miss Kent because she needs us, and we're here for people who need us. Look at this person. They started at a 500. Their score's up to a 793. Started at a 497. This person's up to a 706. I can't remember where this person started. I should have asked them. But almost at an 800 with TransUnion and over 800 with an Equifax. This person started at a 557. Now they're up to a 710. This person was up 109 points. Ooh, what a Christmas present we gave him, huh? And 42 points on Equifax. Guys, if your credit score, if your credit report looks like this, you can go to Credit Karma and look at your credit summary and see for yourself. But if you have no data populated in any of those sections on your credit reports, that is not okay. That is not okay. The only color that we want to see on this credit summary is green. We don't want gray, we don't want yellow, we don't want red. Even in this case, this person's payment history should be closer to 100. We can help with that. This person's credit card use, their utilization is way too high. We can help with that. Their credit age, your credit age, you want to see that at about 5 years. We can help with that as well. You want all of this stuff to be green in each of those sections. Okay? Please do not be the weapon formed against yourself that is causing you to not prosper, because you sitting there overthinking. You sitting there putting this off. You sitting there talking about, well, you know, I think I'm going to go with her, but then there's this other company, and then there's this other company. Them other companies ain't going to fund you for your business. Them other companies ain't going to hold your hand and put you into a new house. They're not. Them other companies don't have an aggregation of the best trade lines. They don't. They might help you with your negative items now. But then what? You need an all-encompassing program. You need an all-encompassing program. Guys, head over to professorhoney.com, click improve my personal credit, and input that code, which is homeowner68, okay? That's going to take $68, making your enrollment only $221 today. And then it's $99 a month for the time that you were with us. Please be prepared to be with us for 4 to 6 months. But listen, you control your own subscription in the back office, okay? We don't have any contracts. We don't have any hidden fees. You literally just cancel your subscription. You go in, log in yourself, and hit cancel once you have the scores that you need, okay? Guys, make sure you check out our reviews. Make sure you check out our client testimonials. I got to get Edwin to come on and tell his story again, but he started off in the high 400s. He needed to get up to a 650 to qualify for a mortgage up in Jersey. Guys, he sent us his mortgage approval letter. He got approved for $424,000 because of Professor Honey's credit and lending. And then he sent us a picture of his actual home, well, the backyard, because he was proud of his pool. I'm proud of it too. But now I want to help you, because I know many of y'all are expecting Superman to swoop down, right? Here he comes. Dun, 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 dun. Is that Superman? That's Batman, huh? Superman. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. He ain't coming. Superwoman's coming. As a matter of fact, she has already arrived. Look at your Superwoman, baby. Look at her. Okay? Guys, you ask me all the time, well, what kind of items can we remove? We have had success with all types of items. Student loans, collections, more student loans, look, removed. Look, inquiries, removed. More collections, removed. Public record, removed. Guys, if you don't have a written agreement of deletion, please don't pay that collection off. You do not know what the hell you are doing. Stop acting like you're a credit expert. You don't know what you're doing. This is too important. This is about your credit. This is pretty much about your life score. Your credit score is your life score. Stop trying to do this the cheap way. It's costing you more to have bad credit. You have to pay higher interest. You got to pay those high-ass rents. You got to pay high deposits. It's costing you more. So it's time for you to just invest in yourself. Of course, you've got two options at this point. Your first option is to, of course, do nothing. You cannot take the leap of faith. That is your choice. Your life will likely remain the same. But look, guys, you will fail to accomplish the things that you deserve. Okay? Your second option is to take the chance. Step up to the plate. See if it works for you. But look, guys, if for whatever reason it does not work after you've been with us for 6 months, we'll go ahead and give you your money back. Sure. If nothing has come off of your credit, we have not helped you one iota, we'll go ahead and give you your money back. Sure. No problem. I know that's not going to happen. That's why I can say that. Head over to professorhoney.com, click improve my personal credit, and input that code, which is homeowner68. Okay? We're going to be on here for just about another 2 minutes, so it's really time for you guys to go ahead and do this. If you're driving, pull over. If you're eating your lunch at work, put your sandwich down, wipe your hands on a napkin, and y'all better go use that coupon code before I deactivate that thing. Remember, guys, these are done-for-you services. We do it for you. You don't have to mail any letters. You don't have to lick any stamps. We do it for you. Click that first option once you get over to professorhoney.com, which is improve my personal credit. And then once you get there, you're going to input that code, which is homeowner68. It is pinned at the bottom. Before we get out of here, I do want to make some book recommendations because I want you to learn a little bit about where you come from. You don't just come from pain and oppression. You have a lot of dopeness running through your veins too. Go ahead and read Shamari Wills' Black Fortunes. It's about the Black millionaires that have helped create this US of A here. I want to give you a different perspective of where you have come from so that you can feel empowered. Go ahead and read Rothstein's Color of Law so that you can learn a little bit about the history of home ownership for our people. Go ahead and read Where Do We Go From Here? Chaos or Community by Martin Luther King. This is him in the midst of his own feelings, figuring out, well, what are the steps we've got to take from here? Okay, I want you to spend time reading. I don't want you to take your stimulus check and run over to Walmart and get an idiot box, something that's gonna put just a whole bunch of mush inside of your brain. And Walmart sees that you're coming, so they put all the damn idiot boxes in the front. You don't need a new TV. You need some books. This is what's going to give you some power to level up. This is going to give you the knowledge to completely transform. Whew. All right, guys, we did it. Boy, these webinars take a lot out of me. They really do. Knowledge is the power. That is correct. Okay, guys, it's 2:20. I'm going to stay on here till 2:22. Just so that I can give you guys 2 minutes to go ahead and enroll with that coupon code that I have at the bottom before I deactivate it. All right, while we are on here, do you have any questions? Any questions I can answer for you? Am I sweating? No. It was hard work, though. I gave y'all everything I had, especially not feeling well today. Ooh, I gave y'all what I had. Thank you. Thank you for noticing, LLC JVA. I want y'all in houses so bad. All right, guys, 2:21. You got 1 minute left, and then I'm going to be deactivating that code. You better pull over. You better stop playing. Word. I'm going to have to do what I tell y'all to do and go read for the rest of the afternoon, huh? Congratulations to everyone who did enroll on today's webinar. Please make sure that you read your welcome letter thoroughly. Okay, read your welcome letter thoroughly. Be on the lookout for your login credential email. Once you get your login credential email and you complete those steps, it's only going to take you about 5 minutes. then you're going to go ahead and make an appointment to speak to me for those who come enroll today. But all right, guys, well, you have a great day. You have a great day. And I'll see you.